Well, I was supposed to be going to the cinema today. That was supposed to be on the agenda, but with the dog having a phantom pregnancy, that has kind of gone out the window. And it is a Sunday, so things are not open for much longer. So I'm not entirely sure what today's going to consist of, but what it does need to be is tidying up all that. Because that is really starting to get on my nerves. And in fact, half of my stuff fell down as well when we were moving the TV about yesterday. It's not been a good old time. I'm also still waiting on a ton of eBay deliveries, like 4, and a couple of Amazon deliveries. But it is a Sunday now, so I'm not holding out hopes for those. But yeah, my office has become mess, and I'm not happy with that. But let's go down, see the dog, have some food, get ready for the day, all that sort of thing. I've also got to do several CEX hauls. So for example, right, the reason that these are in piles is even when messy, everything in my room serves a purpose. Each one of those piles is a separate CEX haul that I need to do for the TikToks. So that's 4 videos worth of content right there. And I have to keep it separate to make it easier to keep track of when it comes time to make the videos, because YouTube sees those first like 100% of the time. I've also got about 4 fan mail videos to upload to TikTok too. So it's going to be a busy one. Stay tuned. There are boxes everywhere. My room's a tip. It's bothering me. We need to solve this. Right, let's go downstairs. Something else I need to do, check this out, is because of the way that the Hue bridge for the Philips Hue system is linked up to the router, there's just not enough plugs, so I need to go and get an extension cable, a block of extra power extenders, the plug socket things, so that I can plug that in and have it go across there rather than coming into here and being plugged in here and just coming across. That was a temporary solution at 1 a.m. yesterday, but at least I managed to actually sleep yesterday for the first time in a while. Granted, I've not done my hair today. For anybody wondering, people are like, how's your hair always so pristine? It's because I empty a can of hairspray into it before I do anything ever. Stick you on the kettle. Fun fact, you will live on the kettle whenever I do just about anything. Right, first of all, sick flavoured vomit. Let's get that done. On an upside today, guys, I don't know if you can see Rubel's back there, but she's actually choosing to be in her crate again. A big problem we've had for the last week is she will not be alone, and if she is alone, she'll start screaming the house down. But at the minute, she seems a little bit more content. She's always loved her crate. She's always just dived into it. How big you on? What are you doing? You could come say hello. I mean, if you want to chill over there, that's fine with me. We have had enough of you this last week. Anyway, glutathione. 5 millilitres. This is the stuff that tastes disgusting, by the way. Strawberry and vanilla flavour, apparently. Ooh, it literally looks medical. That was not quite 5 mils. Per mil, this shit's expensive. There you go, that's about 5 mils. Right, let's start making my concoction, shall we? Pour that in. Lovely. I'm sure you all get some pleasure out of seeing me hate doing this every day. Then we got knack. This stuff smells and tastes horrible as well. Oh no, I missed. Oh no. Oh, it stinks, Ruby. Can you guys see the dog just sort of splooting her head over the side? Good girl. This is what we want. Let's give doggy some treats. Let's give doggy some treats. Here you go. Good girl. Right. Next up, creatine. Interestingly, right, this is my protein creatine, but in a mutant Creacon tub that I have been refilling with creatine for literally 10 years. Like, this tub might genuinely be 10 years old. At least creatine doesn't taste anything either, so that's fine. Yeah, how old's this tub? It's old enough that the plastic is probably not good. Yeah, best before end on the creatine that was in here is 2017. So I'd be really willing to bet that the tub itself was probably manufactured 2015, because creatine does not really go out of date because it's creatine. So if there's a best before end on it, it's been years. So this tub is probably a decade old, which is crazy. But like I said, it's all my protein stuff at the end of the day. I just refill it. Okay, and next up, to try to take the edge off the horrible flavour, some Robinsons. Right. And where's the stirrer? Oh dear. Right. I wonder how many of you watch this or just skip ahead for like 3 minutes. I don't know. Who knows? I can't believe Ruby's being so well behaved today. She even let me sleep in. Oh no, I messed up. I haven't poured myself a drink to chase it down with. Let me get the Pepsi. Also, despite this last week of the big meal at Hickory's, the Pepe's and yesterday's McDonald's, I lost more weight. I keep losing weight. It's brilliant because Christmas is coming, but it's not brilliant because I'm bulking. Soon I'm going to be eating 3,000 calories a day and losing weight, which, you know, younger me would have been very, very happy about. Currently, I don't know. Right. Are we ready, Rubes? Ruby is yawning loads. I mean, to be fair, she should be. She's barely slept for days. As have none of us, little Prego. Okay, 3, 2. Right, here we go. Here we go. Are we ready? Oh, it smells so disgusting. It's so bad. It's horrible. There's like 3 things in there that all individually taste like something's just crawled out of the ground. You can say it's flavoured like vanilla or strawberry all you want, but nah. Oh. At least we get that out of the way every day. You know what? I need a protein shake, and I fancy a different flavour today. I might go chocolate mint rather than chocolate orange. Let's see if I can find some. Ruby still hasn't actually got out of bed. Chocolate caramel, chocolate brownie, chocolate orange, chocolate mint. There we go. Chocolate coconut, chocolate peanut butter. There's a trend here. That's a thought. I wonder what it was doing with the camera when my head went behind the thing, because it can't track me. This will be a good way of getting the taste out of my mouth. 2.5 kilograms of chocolate mint. Oh, subject lost. That's fine. I am the subject. Hello. Although, a bit of a concern. Kind of running out of shakers. A little bit. Although, actually, I've got something to show you guys in a minute. Thought occurs. Let's do that now. A few months ago, in the lead up to Christmas, my protein sent out one of these. My protein advent calendar. And today, as I'm filming this, for you guys it's probably, I think, the 5th, but for me it's the 1st. So, I actually don't know what's in here. I know that a lot of people that got sent these did spoiler reviews, and realistically from a marketing perspective I probably should have done, because what I probably should have done marketing wise is all through November showed you this so that you guys could go out and get it for December, whereas now it's a little bit late. But I have done a lot of pimping on behalf of my protein, so I'm not entirely too fussed about that. But let's get it open, shall we, and see what's behind door number 1, because I'm pretty sure I know what's behind door number 1. The advent calendar. See, this is cool. So I'm willing to bet, because the door number 1 being that size, 3 guesses what's in there. And like I said, I need a new shaker. I'm curious behind all the other stuff. Reality behind this is that there's going to be nothing I don't already own. Also, Ruby's now gone in the living room. Hello. Would you like to come say hello to the camera? Come here, Rubes. Oh, you guys should have seen the way she jumped on me just there. She literally 4-paw dived. If I'd have got that on camera, that would have been cute. You're a good girl. You've been so better today. Your belly looks a little bit less bloated. Are you getting over it now? You good girl. You good girl. Actually, you probably don't want to kiss my lips with the stuff I drink. Although you do eat gross stuff all the time, so I'm not surprised there. Who's a good girl? Who's a good girl? Who's a good girl? Who's a good girl? Who's my good girl? You see that? She jumped up and nearly fell. I caught you. And wha-bang. On your back. I tickled the belly. I tickled the belly. You little silly sausage. Ever since you've been just a baby, you love being on your back like this. That's probably why you ended up with the phantom pregnancy in the first place. I keep joking, right? When we went away a while ago, we left her for a few days. No, when we had the house decorated, we left Ruby with with Neve's family for a couple of days because they're her like second family, and it was shortly after that all these problems kicked in, and I'm like, maybe they took her for a walk and didn't notice, and she actually got pregnant. Who knows? Who knows? Hello. You saying hello to the camera? She's actually staring at it. That's cute. Boop it. Good girl. Good girl. Who's my good girl? Who's my good girl? Have a kiss. Thanks. Right. I need to look behind my advent calendar now, yeah? You can let me. You can let me. You can let me. Come on. Off you go. Good girl. Where you going? We're not going in the living room. I said we're not going in there. I mean, you can go in there, but I'm busy. Anyway, the suspense, I suppose. Door number 1. I mean, am I supposed to pull them out like that? I don't know. Like, is that the method? Hang on. I think I'm supposed to. Otherwise, it's not going to open like a regular advent calendar. I've got a regular advent calendar somewhere to eat my chocolate from. A lint one. You know the one we went to Cannock Outlet a while ago? That's so light. That's definitely a shaker. So in every daily vlog, for the foreseeable, you guys are going to see this. So, behind door number 1, we have got a shaker. Shocker. Granted, you're not supposed to use shakers fresh out of the thing. You are supposed to wash them first because, you know, plastic manufacturing and all that. But I do need a new one. So there's a new one. Add more mess to kitchen. Yay. I'm gonna for the sake of making it look pretty, put that back in the box. Like that. But yeah, this is with code Cayle, always cheaper. Although, squad, gonna call this out now because I'm willing to bet this happens because, you know, I've been at this for a while now. I've been with my protein for years. I'm willing to bet to you that after Christmas is over, any excess stock of these advent calendars is gonna go on clearance on my protein's website on a huge discount, because obviously it's only relevant through December really for it to be its intended use. But they always have a clearance thing where anything that's no longer relevant or like limited edition stuff that's no longer being sold, excess stock, all that sort of thing, gets put on clearance. And I bet you that these get massively discounted in January because they'll probably have more stock than they've sold because massive companies do. And stay tuned for that if you wanted to get yourself one, because it's probably a great way of trying out a variety of different things without committing to any one box of any one specific thing. Anyway, where's Dog gone? Don't really... she needs a wee-wee, so I don't really like the fact that she's on her own in here. What are you doing? What are you doing? Do you want to go out? Come on. Take yourself. Be a good girl. Come on. I don't particularly want to go out there. It's cold. No, neither do you. Okay. Whatever. Silly doggy. Anyway, chocolate mint protein shake, because I've still got the taste of sick in my mouth. Allow me to make my shake. While the dog does something she probably shouldn't. What are you doing? Right then. So, I always like my protein shake in the morning to be 50 grams of protein, because at this point it's been over 12 hours since my last protein hit. So we're in need of a hit of protein synthesis, in which case we go 250 mils of almond milk, because almond milk is a nice middle ground between milk thickness without the calories or the actual thickness of milk, or frothiness of milk as well when it gets shaken, and not the texture of water, because I hate protein shakes with water. You got zoomies, Rubes? Get them out of your system, because I'm going upstairs soon, which means you're going back to bed. Especially if I do end up going out to B&Q to get a new plug socket. Anyway, and then what I'll do is I'll do 60 grams of protein isolate. I choose isolate because it digests better and thinner. It mixes thinner. 62 grams, pretty spot on. I wanted 60 grams. So this will come to about 250 calories and 50 grams of protein. And then later on, I'll have some mince. I know that dinner today is pretty low protein, so I'm probably going to end up having more than one of these shakes. Otherwise, we're not going to hit it. What's Ruby doing? What are you doing, Ruby? Ruby, I opened the door for you to go out before. You didn't want to go. You didn't want to go. That TV needs a dust. Whenever the light ray is showing like that, you can tell. I see you behind that tree, little sausage. My shaker is leaking. That's not ideal. Why is it leaking? This is not the new one. This is one out of the dishwasher. But this is why we get new ones, because they just never last. It's like not sealing properly. Great. Well, I need to finish the shaking. It is going everywhere. I can feel it covering my fingers. Any protein on my fingers is protein not in my mouth, which not ideal. Right, anyway, I'm gonna have to drink it now. What are you whittering about? The good girl took herself for a wee. Thank God her toilet training has not regressed during the phantom pregnancy, because that was a big concern, because Ruby took longer than a dog's supposed to take to toilet train in the first place. I'm not convinced she's fully toilet trained, and she's 1. But she's not had a mistake now, in our house anyway, in months. Whenever we take her to somewhere else, it's not as consistent. But in our house, it's been a long time. But, yeah. You guys see that? It's just like pissing down me. I'm going to have to lean forwards. This shaker might need to go. Which is good because I just replaced it, but... Guys, check this one out. So I'm just checking stock of things at CEX, and my partner is out for Sunday lunch with one of her girl mates in Manchester. And I didn't know what town, city she was in. She travels a lot. London, Manchester, Birmingham, whatever. I don't keep track because it doesn't impact me at all, so I just don't bother. But I just messaged her. I was like, oh, are you in Birmingham today? And she's like, oh, no, Manchester. And I was like, oh... And she's like, I don't think there's a CEX anywhere nearby. I was like, I hadn't asked if there was a CEX anywhere nearby. That was why I was going to ask, though. Not going to lie. I was asking for that very reason. Birmingham has 3 Dark Souls remastered. At least one of them has to be the right one, or Derby. It's really annoying trying to find the right one. What about you? Telford, Burton, Tamworth. Dark Sector. Dark Souls, Dark Souls, Dark Sector. Not quite. Guys, check this out. So, I got my copy of Kuon from Leicester Gallery Gate, CEX. And I remember when I bought it, Christ. When I bought it, I should have left that in. I should have just said buyed it, because somebody would have corrected me. The staff were in shock that somebody had finally bought it, because apparently it had been there just forever. They thought they were never ever going to see it go. Well, now there is another one at Leicester. Another one. I bet they rolled their eyes when that came in. Next year, after April, in the new tax year, I genuinely might buy another Kuon just for the giggles of it. What do we think? Let's go have a wander around B&Q and try and find something applicable to solve the power problem, shall we? I don't think I need one that's quite as extensive as the ones I've got in my office, because they seem a little bit large and we only need a couple of extra plugs. But we'll see. Hopefully Ruby behaves whilst we're gone. Let's go. You guys should know me by now. I can't go into town without also going to a CEX, can I? It's only been a day, and I'll probably go tomorrow as well. You never know, but I feel the need. And to be fair, I need to get some pop anyway, and I can get some from B&M if it's still cheap. And the queue to get off the car park is so big right now that I'm willing to bet that by the time I actually get back from CEX, it might be clear. That's my thought process right now. Here's hoping. We'll see. Can't believe how busy it is. On a Sunday at 3. Like, how are people queuing nose to nose to get off the car park? I'm gonna get run over. You know, guys, pigeons are not nearly scared enough of people. They just don't get out of the way. I think it was lockdown. There was a period over time where humans populated the streets less, and now they're like entire generations of pigeons that are just less afraid than they should have been. Natural selection failed us. Into CEX we go. Do I expect there to be anything new in this CEX today? No, because it's only been a couple of days since I was last here. I do want to compare the condition of this Gears of War 2 limited edition to the one that I have, though, because that one might be in better condition. And in this CEX, they'd probably just swap them one for one. I'm also eyeing up this, what was it? PSVR 1, because there are some PSVR 1 games that I don't think are playable on PSVR 2, which doesn't make too much sense to me. This CEX was pretty busy today, by the way. It was a weekend, and it wasn't too far removed from closing, so I was doing my very best to not get anybody in the footage. Really thought that was going to be an Evolve Steelbook. Evolve is one of them games that, on its own, I don't care about. But if it's a Steelbook version, I'd buy it, because it's pretty cheap, and I think the Steelbook looks cool. Just like Back 4 Blood. What else did I see in here? There was a few interesting things. Nothing really of value to me, but still looking at Lego stuff. I'm tempted by Lego stuff, because I used to enjoy some of them as a kid, and some of them look a lot of fun. There's just a lot of them, and I don't have the space for them anymore. I did see this little dog. It was a massive dog, but you know what I mean. I took Ruby into CEX once, and she got along with pretty much everybody except for a couple of kids. She doesn't like children, which can't really blame her, because who does? What else do we have? Let's have a look at the PS3 stuff. I did notice one of the SmackDown vs. Raw 2008 is gone. It'd be hilarious if somebody's going to send it to me. I think we've finally managed to get out of the that meme by now. But also, if you guys are planning on doing anything fan mail wise, please don't do it in the next couple of weeks, like after the next couple of weeks, because on the 18th she's closing for 3 whole weeks, and if there's no return to sender on it, I don't have any idea what happens to those packages, and I don't want things to get lost. I did spot this Family Guy, by the way. Expensive game, 30 quid, reprinted cover, and the reprinted cover is in tatters. Like, just A, reprinted again, and B, how are you letting that happen in the first place? But yeah, I think that'll do for today in here. So they tried to convince me in that CEX to buy a Stalker 2 collector's edition that they'd just been selling for 170 quid. So somebody's traded that in and has to have lost a ton of money, because that's only just come out. Like, there's no way somebody bought the Stalker 2 collector's edition, steelbook, big collector's box, statue, all that sort of thing, and within a few weeks taken it to CEX and lost the money on it. It looked great, but it was for Xbox, so not really my thing. You know, I'm so surprised I managed to make it to CEX, chat to everybody in CEX, film several videos inside CEX, go into B&M, get disappointed by B&M, and then make it to B&Q, all before 4 o'clock. Granted, we've only got 20 minutes till it closes, but we still made it, and I'm shocked. This one looks like it'll do, 20 quid. Shed lights, that's a thought. While I'm here, let's go have a look at the Philips Hue stuff. We've got like 20 minutes before it shuts. I feel like I can make that just to have a gander at things I'm not going to buy while I'm in here. You never know. No, it isn't. Yep. Working on it, love. Working on it. Philips Hue. Here we are. What do we got then? Not a lot. Not a lot indeed. Are these even Philips Hue? Some of them are. Philips Whiz. What's Philips Whiz? That's not Philips Hue. What? I've been lied to. Alright then, let's go home. Let's check on the dog actually, that's a thought. How's she doing? I don't think I've been out that long, but perfect. She's asleep. She doesn't even know I've been gone. That is a drastic improvement. Big stretch. Big stretch. Have you been a good girl? You've been a good girl, Rubes? I'm pretty sure you've been a good girl. Big shake. Hello. Who's a good girl? Who's a good girl? So lunch is a beef sandwich with a protein bar. So about 400 or 500 calories and like 30-40 grams of protein. And Ruby had just taken herself back to bed, but now she heard me say beef and has crawled out again. What are you doing, Rubester? I tell you what, guys, I nearly just made a grievous error. I was like, you know what would be cool? I've seen that Philips Hue do like really thin, standalone, tall lamps, and I could put one there and one there and have even more light coming off the telly. But I went onto Amazon to go and buy them, and I was like, oh, they're like half price on Black Friday. I buy them. They're like 80 quid a piece instead of 160 quid a piece, which is still decently expensive, you know, for a couple of lamps. And I then realised, oh, wrong brand. The sponsored brand had taken over the Philips Hue brand because it's sponsored. And I had to quickly cancel them. So then I go and look at what the actual Philips Hue ones cost, and they're like £260 per lamp. No, thank you, sorry, bye-bye. One of my latest pieces of entertainment, or like fun things to do, is go on eBay, search Steelbook in the gaming category, and then search by ending soonest, just to see if there's anything worth sniping, you know, just to see if there's anything right there and ready for me. It's worked a couple of times. I just bought a device for my new DJI Osmo that's going to be able to hold my phone and the camera at once, and I'm thinking that's going to revolutionise the way that I record my gaming videos, because typically I have to choose between whether or not I do the gaming videos on TikTok or YouTube. TikTok, they earn a lot more money, get a lot more views, but it's a lot more censored. YouTube, it's got the more potential for the long run. But this device will hold them side by side, and therefore all I've got to do is boom, 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 whenever I want to record a clip. It's coming tomorrow. It's some aftermarket attachment. Interesting. I think it's time for some cereal. A cereal with a protein shake. Let me show you a protein hack where you can make cereal high protein. Step 1 for high protein cereal. You want a protein shake, you want a whey protein that is cookies and cream flavour, vanilla flavour, something like that. I'll do 1 scoop of protein, 150 mils of almond milk. And this cookies and cream, because it's the My Pro lineup from My Protein, it's got like little bits of cookie in. Like if you look, there's like black specks. It's nice. And then I like 60 grams of cereal, because that's about 2 servings. And then just pour the milk over. I always pour it in one corner, because I want the cereal to be as crunchy as I possibly can. But now we've got a protein shake. We've got a bowl of cereal that is over 30 grams of protein. I really might be running out of shakers now. This might be getting to be a problem. I am once again off to collect my partner from the train station, because it's time. Yesterday she went to see some ABBA themed thing with a mom in Birmingham. I found out that's what that was. Today it was lunch with her mate in Manchester. And then tomorrow I'm pretty sure I've got to go to Cannock with my mother to do a clutch. And then the day after that I've got to go and get her got to go again to get her to collect a car. My tasks never end at the minute. No, it's fine, car. I didn't want to see anything anyway. You know, has a train ever been on time? Like, ever? In the history of anything? Like, ever? That's why I hate trains. If we go anywhere, I want to drive. Because at least then we're a little bit more in control of the pace of movement. You know? Because yesterday, her train was like 2.5 hours late. Today we're at 4 minutes, so it's not as bad. But actually, no, that's a lie. This is the second train, because the first train, something went wrong with that. Because trains are I don't understand how trains... I'm sorry, but AI needs to be trains need to be the first thing that AI take over completely. Push forward, brake, stop. Like, it seems like fairly binary decisions here. I feel like trains could be... I know that someone's going to be like, oh, you're advocating for humans to lose their jobs. Retrain them. Have it be a remote control. I don't know. Somehow, there's something wrong with trains. They just don't work. You took your time.
Oh, hello.
Check on the dog, shall you?
I did not long before we got in. She was asleep.
She was asleep when I left the house.
But you'd been upstairs and she was asleep downstairs?
Yeah.
I kept checking on her a couple of times today. Yeah,
Sleeping now? Good.
Sleeps. What an angel.
Let's go. Look how lovely Ruby's dinner looks. Based on the colour of it, I'd say that Ruby has got beef today. We've always got beef with you, Rubes. Pitter patter, pitter patter. I can hear her. I'm trying to spread it out for you, Ruby, so that you don't just gannet it down too quick. Stop your hops in. I hear your hops in. Right. Come on then. Let's go. Hang on, Rubes, let me just set the camera angle. I apologise, but if you want your food paid for, I need to get the clip. Right. Come on then, Rubes. Come round. Sit. Paw. Down. Both. 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 Good girl. Hopefully that appeared on camera and I didn't quite miss it. It might have been a little bit out of the angle, I'm not sure. Anyway, and now it's dinner time for us. Alright then, so a few hours on. What else did we do? We had dinner. It's now 11 PM. We watched 2 episodes of the Rick and Michonne spin-off of Walking Dead, which I don't think should exist. I loved Walking Dead. I've got such fond memories of me and a friend. We would stay up until 3 a.m. to watch Walking Dead, from like 2010 until we sort of just kind of stopped speaking to each other as much. But it was a long time, like the best part of 10 years. And realistically, Walking Dead should have ended a while ago, like a long time ago. All of these spin-offs, all this sort of stuff just shouldn't be needed. And I do wish, instead of starting new stories with new characters and things like that, it was actually just wrapping things up and felt more like an epilogue. We're 4 episodes into the season. I think there's 6, and I suppose we'll see. It's okay, you know. I'm glad Rick's back, but Rick should have never left. I should probably do the CX, or shouldn't I? You guys can't quite tell, but we can't see Ruby's glowing eyes on the night vision camera, so this bodes well for Ruby letting us sleep in our own bed tonight, because we've not been able to do that for days now. He is hoping that we can have a normal day. Today, so far, she's been good all day. Now it's just a case of will she be good overnight. So then, for my very small CEX haul, and again, I didn't even intend to go to CEX today, it just ended up being something I did because town was busy and there was a lot of traffic and I was going to wait for traffic to die down. We got God of War. Now, granted, of course, I already own it. However, I think that the one I have is a greatest hits version. And I was like, you know what? I got a ton of vouchers right now. I might as well swap it out. I'm pretty sure that they'll swap it for me. Like, if I take the receipt back with my greatest hits version, they'd probably just refund it, and I'd basically 1-for-1 swapped the non-greatest hits with the greatest hits, because it makes no odds to them. Next up, we got Hunger Games Catching Fire and Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1, because more Blu-rays to swap out, and that is it. That is it for our haul. Like I said, not much of a haul. Bit of a random day. Next couple of days, though, very busy, because yeah, choked. Got to take my mum to have her car mended. Got to collect my mum's car the day after that. Got to take my partner to the train station again. Got to pick her up from the train station again. Call me Taxi Cayle this week, apparently. Well, yeah, this whole week I've just been driving people everywhere. What do? I get a CEX. Yay. So should be able to do a CEX haul potentially with my mother tomorrow, because the cost of me taking her to CEX, taking her to get her car mended, is that she's going to have to come with me because I need to go to CEX, because they're nearby. So there's that. Anyway, I think that is about us done for the day. Like I said, we were supposed to have gone to the cinema today, but we didn't because of the dog. We cancelled it and we're going to have to rearrange. At this point, it's been like 2-3 weeks since we've been to the cinema, which is kind of wild. Longest we've not been to the cinema in a while. But yeah, hopefully tomorrow my eBay steelbooks arrive, because I've been waiting now for like a week. See you in a bit.